Okay. Did not have my microphone on. Not sure if you heard any of that. If you are here catching me live, welcome to the 8-8 Lionsgate activation. Drop in the chat if you are. Did not have my Drop in the chat if you are here catching me live. Would love to know where you're here from, where you're tuning in from. We've already been having some technical difficulties. Love to see it since it is Mercury retrograde. I'm gonna just dive right in. I'm going to give you a overarching view of the importance of this portal of this day. But you already know that this is a very powerful manifestation portal. So I'm not going to sit here and yap about how powerful it is because you already know that. This is not an astrology lesson. We are actually tuning in to the next level version of yourself, and we are activating her right here, right now, today. We're getting in the work. We are releasing what is no longer serving us so that you can step into that next level self. The whole point of this Lionsgate portal is the astrological stars aligning, right? The star Sirius is aligning with the sun in Leo. It's a very powerful time. It goes back to ancient Egyptian times of a portal of manifestation. It's a time of creation. It's believed that the spiritual and human, the connection between the seen and unseen is a little bit thinner. Therefore, you're able to tap in and really create what it is that you want to create. Now, I love astrology. I love definitely feel in tune with the planets and the cosmos. Love that. Love to talk about it. Love to learn about it. However, I also want to make it clear that you are manifesting 100% of the time, all the time. So, yes, we are in a very powerful window, and you can optimize today and all the way through the 12th because we're still in the window until the 12th. To help you, the energies are in your favor. So it's going to be easier for you to embody the version of you that manifests all of the desires that you're desiring right now that you don't yet have, right? But I want to make it clear that this is not like, oh, I'm only powerful during the Lionsgate portal. I'm only able to manifest and create during the Lionsgate portal. I'm more powerful and I'm only powerful during this time. No, 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 no. You are always powerful. You are always creating, and you are always able to tap into that divine connection, that eternal soul that you are, and that you are able to create from. So, yes, the energies are in our favor today, but let's not get it twisted that you are manifesting all the time. You are always powerful, and you always have the ability to step into the version of you that you want to embody that has the desires that you don't yet have. Because here's the thing, and we'll get more into it. Let me give you an overarching view of the day, of the week, of the time. Today is really unique and different than typical Lionsgate portals because it's also happening during a Mercury retrograde, which Mercury retrograde definitely messes with communication. So, number one, that's obviously already the number one problem we had today. And if you have been feeling it, we've been in Mercury retrograde since July 17th. So you've probably been feeling it for quite a few weeks now. But the thing that Mercury retrograde brings up, right? Mercury is responsible for communication. But the thing that it's really bringing up for you and why it's a unique time during this Lionsgate portal is because Mercury retrograde is literally there to bring up all the shit that's not serving you. It's bringing up all the shit, circling the things back around that you have said, oh, I've learned that lesson. Oh, I'm over that toxic ex. Oh, I'm ready to move on. Oh, I want to make more money. Like all of these things that you have said, Mercury retrogrades come back around. And it's a time when the universe is giving you the opportunity to prove that you've actually learned the lesson, you've alchemized the wisdom, and now you're going to move differently. So, what's coming up for you during this time are all of the things that need to go, right? So, if it's any limiting belief that you've been carrying for a while, you're going to feel this and it's going to be in your awareness heightened during this retrograde. Any exes, that's why they re-circle back around during Mercury retrograde. They're coming back around, number one, to see the universe is checking, hey, have you moved on from this? Have you learned the lesson? And B, or they're coming back around for a almost like a second chance, right? Or did both of you learn different lessons and now you're going to move differently within the relationship, right? And it's never great during a Mercury retrograde to start anything new, any like big new projects or new things, because of the communication lag and the disconnection. But if it's like you're already working on something great, keep going with it. Any like new desires and manifestations, it's not a time to tap into those, which is again ironic because we're in this Mercury retrograde during the Lionsgate portal. So it's like these opposing energies of creation to almost like crumbling. Like Mercury retrograde makes everything around you that is not going to serve you crumble. And it's your opportunity to be able to let these things go. Again, can you let this shit go at any time of the year? Absolutely. However, the cosmos are in your favor, and that is why Mercury retrograde is so uncomfortable, because it's bringing up the stuff that you need to let go, and it's making you uncomfortable, which makes it easier to change, right? Because change comes from either desire, you have to want it badly enough to change, or you're so uncomfortable that you change. And Mercury retrograde is the discomfort portion, where it's creating the discomfort. So you're like, oh my gosh, this does not feel good. What do I need to do to feel better and also have a different outcome? Like, clearly what I've been doing isn't working. This is coming up for a reason. It's time to let it go. Now, I love that these two things are happening at the same time, and it is an ironic time portal, because obviously you can't manifest the next thing that you're calling in, the next version of yourself. You cannot embody her while you're still carrying all this old weight. Like, part of the manifestation process is letting go of the stuff that's not serving you, because you can want things all day long and you can do work towards them. You can grind, you can hustle. Even if that's worked for you in the past, it's not going to work as well, because what got you to where you are now is not going to get you to where you're trying to go. So it's basically like you're swimming upstream if you're not letting these things go, but you're still trying to elevate into the next version of yourself that has everything that she's desiring, right? So what you want to do during this time is, instead of focusing so much on the forward motion energy of going after what it is that you want to focus more of your attention on releasing what is keeping you from having it, releasing the things that are not serving you and that are not working and that are keeping you where you are now. And the version of you that you are now doesn't have the desires that she wants, otherwise you'd already be there. So that is exactly what we're going to do today. And then let's layer in a whole nother angle of it, because we have also the Aquarius full moon tomorrow. Like, the energies are potent and chaotic and crazy. Like, full moons are meant for release, new moons are meant for manifestation. So like, the feeling of needing to release things is so strong right now, between the full moon, between the Mercury retrograde, and between the Lionsgate portal, which is pulling you and calling you, pulling you forward more into the version, your next level version, right? So, man, I don't know if you've been feeling, I've definitely been feeling these chaotic energies like nobody's business. So a little overarching, I gave you a little overarching summary of a Mercury retrograde vibe, right? We want to release, we want to let go, we want to get rid of, all the limiting patterns, beliefs, habits, the shit that is not serving you. And as I'm talking about this, you probably already know, you're already tuned in. The Mercury retrograde's been going on for a couple of weeks now, so you already know what's been coming up for you. But just note in your awareness, like, what's alive right now, just as we're talking about it, what's coming up for you just in this moment where you're just like, oh shoot, I really have been needing to let go of XYZ. Whatever's like coming first thought, first awareness into your mind as we're having these conversations, just make note of that, because we're going to clear that and it's going to come back later. Again, the Lionsgate frequency, it's a high frequency, high portal, also signifying the number 8, because August 8th, 8 is a really spiritual number. It's also in numerology the number of abundance and power and courage and confidence and success. 8 is a very strong financial abundance. So wealth is a huge number of 8. Obviously 8 signifies infinity. So again, it's a very, really strong energies that are in some ways kind of opposing each other and contradicting each other, and in some ways really amplifying each other as well, which is why the energy is feeling really freaking strong and like right now. Then layer in, right? Because Lionsgate, the sun is in Leo. So what's the Leo energy? A little bit aligned with the number 8, like confidence, vitality, passion. Leo's a fire sign, so really fiery, very energetic. Leos love to be seen. They want to be in the public eye. So this is the vibe of the time right now. So like, where in your life are you wanting to, or maybe being called to be more seen, right? Or where in your life are you needing to enhance some confidence or some passion or some of that like bold, fiery, unapologetic energy? Like, where in your life can you start to induce some of that? Because Leo's in your favor, right? The sun in Leo right now, those energies are in your favor. So thinking about where you have spaces in your life that you can show up as more confident, that you can not be afraid to be seen, that you can relax into knowing that you're powerful and the energy is behind you in that sense. So any areas of your life that you need these energies to support you, make note, think about that. Like, this is all the vibe of today, but also has been for like the last week and will be until I don't know when the 12th is. I think that's like Monday or something. Also it's a Friday, so like vibes are just high on a Friday anyway. And then layer in the 4th energy that we're dealing with now, the Aquarius full moon. Full moons are meant to be releasing, so still being pulled to release all the stuff. Like, you probably feel like a blooming onion and you're on like the last piece and everything is just falling away and the universe is just like eating it up, like gimme, take it, because it doesn't need to be here anymore. And that's what we're getting rid of today. So the energy of the Aquarius full moon is ushering in change and progress. So take note of like what's happening in life. Things are changing and things are going to be progressing. And again, this energy kind of aligns with the portal of the Lionsgate, because it's a time where creation is happening, change is happening, and Mercury retrograde is creating the change. Like, the energies are so potent in so many different ways. Like, it's incredible. And I'm giving you like the top line overview of why today and this portal is so powerful, specifically this year. But keep in mind, you're always powerful. You're always able to let things go. You're always able to create. Like, it's always happening all the time, always, all the time. So do not underestimate the power of today to help you. And I want you to know how powerful this portal is and this day is and all the energies that are behind you. And also even use the time to just lean more into, tap deeper into that power, so that when you're not in the Lionsgate portal and it's 4 weeks from now and you suddenly forget all the power that you have and all the confidence goes out the freaking window because something happens in life that comes up that makes you contract and you're like, oh, I don't like this, I don't feel good, I was feeling great during that Lionsgate, not anymore. Well, use this time to tap into this energy and know what it feels like, so you know how to come back to it, so you know how to return to it and use it and turn it on whenever the frick you want. And the goal is obviously to not turn it off. So the more, I don't want to say practice makes perfect, because I struggle with perfectionism. So practice just makes better. Also, Aquarius energy, have you been like asking yourself where you've been too much in your head and not enough in your heart and your body? And we're going to change that today. But that's a huge theme of this full moon tomorrow. And of course, staying on theme, Aquarius full moons are all about detaching and letting go, but like for real, for real, not just detaching and letting go of something and 3 weeks later, 3 months later, it's back. No, it's you are actually getting rid of it. It's being let go and it is not coming back. And you energetically have detached from that and you feel good with that. And it's the actual moment that you kind of unhook the need to hold on to it and you truly do really detach. So again, what's coming up in your awareness that needs to be let go right now, because that is absolutely what you're being called and asked to release during this time. I have notes here because I just have too much to say. And just not enough time to say it in. So bear with me when I'm not looking at you, okay? You also want to be keeping a balance between being all things to everyone and deep, meaningful relationships. Aquarius is energy is all about depth and what's the word I'm looking for? Preservation, self-preservation. So, and they're also extremely ambitious. Aquarius is an extremely ambitious energy. So it's easy to try to find a way to do everything, be everything for everyone. But that's just like not the way life goes. And that is not a sustainable way to live. Certain people are drawn to certain people. So where in your life are you trying to be everything for everyone and you're not focused enough on the depth of the relationships that truly matter and where you can support people the best and where they're supporting you the best? Like what is in alignment and what isn't? And through the manifestation and what we'll get into about manifesting and all the things, like everything just comes down to alignment. Like, are you aligned or are you not? And your reality is the truth of what you're aligned to. Your reality is showing you this is what you're aligned to. This is what you're an energetic match for. When you shift into a different frequency, you shift into a different energetic state, you become a match for something different. And I'm not even going to say like higher or lower frequency, because I don't like to think of it as a hierarchy. Because then you just get wrapped up in the stories of like, well, I'm in a lower frequency, so now I can't create, and I'm like down and depressed, and I can't create things. And it's like, no, 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 no. We don't do victim mentality. That is an absolute farce of a story. And we're not subscribing to that. So it's more about just like changing the channel on the radio station. Like, are you on 850 AM or on you're on 95.7 FM? Like, which one do you want to be on? Two different things that you can listen to, two different things that are going to come through as the frequency. So like you're just picking and choosing which one you want to go for. Okay. So that is pretty much like the overarching description of the energies that are at play right now and why this portal is so powerful. I ran through it quickly, but you get the gist. Basically, like, you don't need to know much more than that. Like, you don't need some astrology lesson on where the stars are placed and why it's this and why it's that. Like, these are just the themes and the energies that are in the air now. And you don't even necessarily have to be on theme with say like what you're trying to release or what you're trying to manifest. But typically, what the vibe is of the cosmos, right, which is the Mercury retrograde, which I described that vibe, the Leo, the Lion's Gate, which is obviously like the manifestation, creation, high frequency, and then like the vibes of Leo, because that's the huge energy of the Lion's Gate, it's the sun being in Leo, and then the Aquarius full moon. Like these are the energies that are in play right now. So typically what is going to come up for you, what does need to be released, is going to be on theme of all of these energies intertwining. But that's not to say that you can't release something that has nothing to do with something that's keeping you from being more confident, or you know, like I don't know. I'm trying to think of examples, but you get the gist. However, it's just like typical that what's coming up for you is going to be in line with these energies. But again, like you don't have to stay on theme if you would rather try to let go of something that has nothing to do with any of this, and it's just something that you need to let go of in your life and you already know it and it's like very alive for you right now. Like use the energy for that. It's like not do or die here, but it's just a little insight into what the energies are and how you can tap into them and use them better for the time that we have at hand and like what's going on in the planets and the cosmos and everything right now. So again, like you choose, you're where you want to go today, but essentially that is the vibe of what's going on and what we can work with today. So let's dive into some work. I'm sure that you've seen all over social media. If you're one of the spiritual girlies, like you have already been tuning in, you already knew today was the manifestation portal. You're already ready to be journaling. You got things scripted. You're already ready to go. You got your crystals out for tonight to lay under the full moon. Like everything's dialed. You got all that dialed in. And those are all great things. And they're all fantastic things that I do also. However, those are not the actual things that are going to be creating the desires and bringing them into your life. You putting your crystals out in the moon is fantastic, cleanses your crystal energy. We love it. I do it too. However, like that is not what's going to move the needle. That is not what's making the change. That is not what is getting you into the next version of yourself. And there's lots that I've seen always about manifestation, specifically this portal today. And it's all great stuff, right? Listen to high frequency music. Like, you know, don't be around negativity or negative people or get caught up in thought spirals. Like, yes, again, all great things and we love them. But something that like really irks me about the manifestation world is the way that people talk about manifestation. First of all, it's taught as if like manifestation is something that you go do, as if like in this moment right now, we're not manifesting. Like it's like, okay, well, oh, I haven't been like actively manifesting lately. Okay, there is a way for you to actively tune in, obviously. But the way that manifestation is taught is very just like you gave me nothing. Like you gave me nothing. You basically taught me like a subject in school of what manifestation is, but like now what do I do? Like now how is that cool? All right, great. Like you're always creating your reality all the time. It's not like you go out and okay, today I'm going to manifest this and like let's write this down. Like intention matters. But the thing of it is that you're always manifesting all the time, 100% of the time. So it's just about, are you creating what it is that you want? Are you creating the reality that you desire to be living in? Or are you not? And what you want to do is just back into the reality that you have now. And like, what are the things that are leading to the reality that you have now? So manifestation in its most stripped down form is your thoughts, your emotions, and your actions, right? And all of these things intertwine with your entire like system, right? So what you're thinking matters, what you're feeling matters, and what you're doing matters, and that's how things are created. And you're literally all the time, 100% of the time this is happening. So it's just about shifting your awareness and using your intention to all of those things, right? And it's a lot easier said than done. And I'm going to talk about this in like the easier said than done way. And then we're actually going to get into the done. Okay. So bear with me, because a lot of manifestation teachings like really miss this point. And it gets frustrating to see sometimes that people are being taught like, okay, yeah, it's your thoughts, it's your emotions, it's your actions, but then you come to the conclusion of like, okay, well, if I'm not feeling good, then I'm manifesting and creating like things I don't want because I don't feel good. And like that's not true, because what are you going to feel good 100% of the time? Like that's not real life. Like the whole entire point of our human existence is to feel the full spectrum of emotions, the good ones and the bad ones. And we as humans name them as good and bad. Like, who said grief is bad? Like, is it tough? Absolutely. Does it hurt? Yeah. Is it difficult to get through? 100%. But like, why do we consider that bad? Like, why do we consider things that are difficult to go through that are, and believe me, I get it, it's like grief is like a whole nother level of just unbearable. It's unbearable. And the thing that I actually love about grief is that you can't avoid it. Like, you have to feel it, and feeling your feelings is what helps move that feeling through, right? So I mean, grief is a whole nother layer that's not going to happen in a freaking 30-second moment. But if you're feeling a moment of frustration, of anger, of something that just like comes up in a moment, like getting cut off in traffic, or working with a client and it's not going the way you want it to go, or whatever can just arise immediate frustration in you, you can move that feeling through your body in like 90 seconds or less. But the thing is that we get wrapped up in, we don't want to feel it. So we're just like, I'm busy, but I'm freaking frustrated now. And then we just like move on and we let that feeling fester. And like our awareness is away from it, maybe consciously we think it is, subconsciously it's definitely not. And we just try to like shove it down. I don't have time to feel this. Or like if you're walking through the grocery store and all of a sudden like you're feeling sad and you feel like you want to cry, but you're like, I'm in public, I can't cry. So you hold it and you swallow it down and you're like, I'll feel this later. But then later comes and you don't feel it. Like, you're not ready to cry. So it's important to feel the feeling in the moment. And I'm going off on a little bit of a tangent here, but that's expected. The point of where I was going is that you don't need to feel good 100% of the time in order to create what you want. And that is something that I think gets lost in translation when there are manifestation teachings out there that are very like, it's your thought, it's your emotions, it's your actions. Okay, now go play. And it is those things, but what we're going to get into is the actual fact that it's your nervous system that needs to shift. And I am going to get into the science behind that, because that is something that you need to know for today and always, forever. So where I think that a lot of other manifestation teachings fall a little bit short is not giving the tools and the examples of how you go do that, right? So we know, yes, our thoughts need to be aligned, our emotions need to be aligned with our actions, right? But what we're not paying attention to, or what is not often taught, is how do we prevent or minimize those subconscious thought spirals that get us stuck and the emotions that are uncomfortable, and that lead to actions that are creating the reality that we actually don't want to be living in, right? So the way to do that is through the body, is through your nervous system. And we are going to do some journaling today, which is like mindset work. And I love mindset work. It's fantastic. It's great. It does work. I journal daily. So like, yes, mindset work is not something that you can cut out of the equation. Absolutely. However, polyvagal theory states 80% of the information that is communicated from your body to your brain, 80% of that is coming from your body and to your brain. So 80% of information is coming from your body and going to your brain, and only 20% is going from your brain to your body. So that means your body is telling you what to think. Like your body is the driver. So when you're doing mindset work and you want to change your subconscious patterns and your subconscious thoughts and these thought spirals that just get you into like negative thinking and thoughts that just aren't serving you and shit you want to get rid of, like, I don't need to be thinking this continued thought over and over again, it's not helping me. Well, the way to shift that thought is through the body, is through your nervous system. It is not through journaling about it 100 times. It's, again, that works because it's 20% of the equation. So like you can't just negate it. However, it's just not often talked about that the majority of the information and how you change what's being communicated, how you change the thoughts that are generating your emotions that are causing you to act in whatever way, that are either like preventing you from taking the actions that are going to get your desires or keeping you continuing the actions that are keeping you where you are, is coming from the nervous system, is coming from the body. And that is what we're going to tap into today with a little bit of releasing breath work. And we'll get there soon. But that is what is really the lever that's going to change your subconscious patterning. It's going to change the thoughts that you keep having without you even like needing to think them, that you don't want to be having, right? So when you're in these negative thought loops, when you're crashing out, when you're starting to spiral, the way to minimize that is through your body. Now, second tier of that, okay? So the nervous system is what controls, it's basically what is telling you how to feel, right? It's like your energetic state in your body, in your system. So your nervous system is controlling all of the things that are happening unconsciously in your body, like your breathing, your heart rate, your blood pressure, your digestion, like all of the things that keep you alive without you needing to think like, oh, I just ate something, I have to digest it now. Like I that is that the phase of digestion? Like I don't even know. I mean, kind of, maybe. But like you're not actively sitting there like, I must digest this food. I mean, sometimes when we eat a little too much, but we're not doing anything to digest it. Same thing, like you're not actively sitting here like, oh, I need to change my heart rate, or oh, I must pump the blood in my body to stay alive. Like, no, your nervous system's doing that for you. Your nervous system is like a way cooler ChatGPT. Like it's like your energetic assistant, let's call it that. Like we love the nervous system and we want to take care of it all the fucking time, okay? Because that's what's going to get us in the state that we want to be in. And again, it's all just about alignment. Like you're either aligned to what it is that you say you want or you're not. Like there's no, like the universe is so black and white. Like it's not even, it's just, it's like you're either in alignment or you're not. Like everything is energy, everything's a frequency. So it's like you're either tuned to the station or you're not. Like there's no in between, you know? So that's like some understanding there of, you want to be getting in the body, you want to be tapping into your nervous system. And energetically, okay, sorry, I missed a piece. So when all of the things that your nervous system is controlling, right? All of the unconscious, subconscious activity that's keeping you alive in your body, that your nervous system is controlling. The only thing connected to your nervous system that you are able to consciously alter is your breath. The only thing connected to your nervous system, because you can't force yourself into digestion, you can't force your heart rate, all of these things that are happening that are keeping you alive, the only thing that you can consciously alter is your breath. So what does that mean? Well, that means that your breath is basically like your light switch. It's like the on and off switch to everything else happening in your system. So you want to change your heart rate, breath. You want to change your blood pressure, breath. You want to change your digestion, breath. Like literally all of those things come back to the breath. And you're able, now you obviously you're alive. So like you don't have to intentionally change anything for all of those things to happen. However, this is where we're talking about the energetic state, right? And 80% of the information being communicated to your thoughts that are creating your thoughts that are, you're like, oh, this is why I'm thinking this. Or, oh, I stubbed my toe. That hurts. Your brain is not telling your body that hurts. Your body is telling your brain that hurts. Like that's what's happening. So when your nervous system is communicating the thoughts that you're having 80% of the time, then that means you can tune into your breath to change the lever, to change the thoughts, which change the emotions, which change the actions. Poof. Now you're aligned. Now you're in the energetic frequency of manifesting what it is that you desire. And that is how you can change your reality. It's science, but it's also woo. It's like science meets woo, my favorite intersection to be in, because I'll geek out on the science all day. Clearly, I will talk about this for, we've already been here for 38 minutes, so I will talk about this a lot longer. Can and will. But really, when you're tapping into tools and resources that are going to help you collapse time and create what it is that you want to create instead of continuing to live in an undesired reality, your breath is like a perfect lever to tap into and a tool to use. We'll get into it obviously today, and there's 1,017 different ways to use your breath consciously. Excuse me, whether you want to release, whether you want to calm down, whether you want to increase your mood, whether you want to have more focus and clarity, whether you want to, did I say release energetically? If I didn't, I meant that. Like literally the list just goes on and on. The different types of breath work that you can do, that you can give yourself more energy, calm down and help yourself get to sleep. Like literally the list never ends. But one thing that we're obviously talking about today, and when we're manifesting, is your desire, right? And a lot of people, and drop in the chat, I'd love to know what you feel when we just talk about desire, when the word desire comes up. And a lot of people contract around the word desire, or contract around the desires that they do want, even though that you want them so badly. It's easy to subconsciously and energetically feel like, oh, but that's like too far away, right? Like, oh, I want to be a millionaire, but that's so far from where I'm at. Or, oh, I want to meet the love of my life, but I'm not even in a or I want to be married and I want a husband, but I'm not even in a relationship. That feels so far from where I'm at. Or like literally anything. Because if you're yearning for, first of all, back it up. The only reason you desire something is because you're meant to have it, point blank. Like the only reason you desire something is because you're meant to have it. The desires are like whispers from God. It's like your GPS to the roadmap of the life that you're meant to live. So if you desire something, it is meant to be yours, and it's up to you to figure out how to align to that desire. Like that's literally why you're here, is to live out the experience that you decided, hey, when I come into this human life, this is the experience I want to have. These are the lessons I want to learn. These are the things that I want to live out. Like, okay, incarnate. um so when you're here, those desires are like a remembrance. It's like a sign of, hey, this is what you said you wanted to come here for. So like figure it out. And like, great, cool, thanks. Like, how do I figure this out? Well, that's what we're getting into today. Real tangible work. It's so hot in my house. Real tangible work that is going to help you actively create what you want to be creating. But first, you got to get clear. You got to know what it is that you want. And you also have to remove the trigger that comes up when you, whether it's consciously or subconsciously, but the trigger that comes up when you're in desire, right? So if you really want something, regardless of how far away that you feel like it is, it's meant for you. So start bringing that into your awareness if you're not already there. Like what you want is meant for you. So like, do not give it this like, oh, maybe in the next life, or, oh, isn't she lucky? I wish I could have what she had. Like, yeah, right. I can't have that. Like, yes, you can. And that's just, if it's possible for her, it's possible for you. Like, why wouldn't it be? But shifting how you even feel around your desire, right? Because you're not going to create from a place of lack. You're not going to create from, I want this, but I don't have it. Like, that's not the energy that's going to bring it in. Like, the energy that's going to bring it in is, I want this, but I just don't have it yet. Like, it's not a matter of, I'll never have it, or I want this because I don't have enough, right? Like money is such an easy one to use for this example. You want more money because you feel like you don't have enough. And if you're feeling like you don't have enough, then your desire is coming from a place of lack, and that's not closing the gap for you to get closer to what it is that you want. So that's where gratitude comes into play. It's like desire and gratitude really like go hand in hand. It's like peanut butter and jelly. Like they're really can't have one without the other. If you're not grateful for what it is that you already have, and your desire is stemming from a place of, I want this because I know that it's meant for me. I want this because I know that it's possible for me. I want this because I know that it's part of the reason that I'm here, that it's guiding me to live out the life that I came here to live. Like that's the energy you want to be creating from, not from, well, I want this because I don't have enough. I want this because I need more. I want this because. And when we get into some journal practices here, I'll layer that in even a little bit further. But for now, let's just leave it at like, we don't want to be desiring from a place of lack. But you also, actually, I digress. We can start some journal prompts now. Okay. Because we can do whatever we want, right? But like also, because it's something like I have so many desires and like so many dreams, and I have manifested so many of them already, but like I'm not gonna stop dreaming. I'm not gonna stop desiring. And like your desires will change and shift, right? Like something I desire now, I didn't necessarily desire 10 years ago, or maybe something I desired 10 years ago, I don't desire now, right? Like I was climbing that corporate ladder. I was loving my little 6-figure corporate boss babe career, until I wasn't. And then I was like, oh, well, this isn't aligned anymore. I don't like this. This isn't who I want to be. Let's change that. So I did. So literally, let your desires move, let them take their own shape, let them lead you to where you want to go. Just because you're stuck on one thing doesn't mean that that's going to be your desire for life. Just like enjoy the moment of the desire, and in the time where it hasn't come into your reality yet, in the time where you're pulling it in, like enjoy the feeling of the yearning. Like that is such a fun feeling. And like it's obviously you want the thing, right? So like you want to get there, you want the goal to be achieved, but it also feels so good to just desire, to just want, to yearn, like sit in that yearning. Like that is such a pleasurable, passionate, again, Leo energy, passion, 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 fire, fire, fire. That is such like a like desire again is even like a energetic under like passion and fiery energy. So even that alone is on brand for the Lionsgate portal. But like let yourself actually feel it. Like let yourself feel the yearning and feel the desire. Again, not from a place of lack, but just from a place of like, you know, that it's meant for you. And like, how fun to dance in that and like be in that energy of like, oh my God, it's not here yet, but like, it's coming because it's mine. Like, I have it. This is meant for me. Like, it was put here for me. Like, I can get this. It's so, it's fun to play in the yearning energy. So, I'm going to give you well, I came today with 8 journal prompts because 8 is the magic number of the day. So let's dive in. What to focus on, right? Because, like, first of all, you got to get clear on what you want. Get clear on what you want. And for this moment, if you're actively doing this journal practice now, you can write these down for later and come back to it. Today, literally, you can use these at again anytime. It doesn't have to be during Lionsgate portal. These aren't like special Lionsgate portal questions. These are just questions that I am constantly asking myself. But you can come back, and if you don't want to actively do it now, come back to it later tonight or through the 12th or even beyond, right? Use these prompts, whatever you want. So jot it down. First question, what do I desire most in this moment? And in this moment, before you even write it down, the first thing that pops into your awareness, don't think about the 117 different things that you are desiring right now, because I'm with you. I got a lot. I got a long list. But just like in the practice of this right now today, for what we're doing here, just a quick hit. What in your awareness, first up, what comes up? What do I desire most in this moment? Boom, write it down. Boom. What do I desire most in this moment? What do I desire most in this moment? I'm going to continue to repeat it just so you can write it down. So I get it enough times. I can't stand when I watch people and they're giving you journal prompts and then they don't have, you're like, what'd you say? What do I desire most in this moment? What do I desire most in this moment? Just jot it down. Either jot down what you desire or just jot down the question. What do I desire most in this moment? And the second question that you want to ask yourself is, why do I want it? Now, this is coming into play when you going back to your desires are meant for you. Your desires are a roadmap to the life that you came here to live. So when you're asking yourself, why do I want it? Why do I want it? Why do I want this desire? Right. And as you're writing these questions, when you're asking them yourself on your own, like instead of saying, why do I want it? Why do I want? And write what the actual desire is. Why do I want to find the love of my life? Why do I want to make $100,000? Why do I want to leave my corporate job and start my own business? Like, be specific, because the universe, again, it's black and white. It's very specific. It doesn't hear not or don't or whatever. It just hears the thing. So why do I want it? Why do I want it? What is the desire that you want? Why do you want it? Why do I want it? Why do I want it? That's question number 2. Why do I want it? And now in the layered of the why do I want it, you want to think about, why do you want it for you? Why do you want this for you, right? If you want more money, why do I want this for, why do I want more money, right? Like if I want $50,000, why do you want $50,000? Why? Oftentimes we are not tapping into the way that we're going to feel when we have this desire, right? And that's really what it comes down to. Like you don't desire more money just for the sake of having more money. Like there's a reason that you are desiring the money. There's a perception that more money would make you feel safe. More money would give you more freedom. More money would allow you to invest in self-improvement or starting your own business or like whatever it is. Like peel back the layers of why you want it, and how you perceive it's going to make you feel, right? Like, why do I actually want this thing? Like, do I believe that the love of my life is going to make me feel wanted or feel safe or feel loved, or like what are the feelings that go with why you want the thing? And then you also want to think about why you want it for other people. Like, why do I want this? And how is it going to benefit the people around me? Like, what's the why for the people closest to you, your friends, your family, your clients, your whatever, like whoever is like constantly in your field every day, all day. And then why do you want it for the collective? Like, how does you having this desire improve the lives of the people directly around you, right? The ones that you're directly connected to on a daily basis. And then how does that also improve the world, the collective? Like me getting this thing, how does it help the world? Because this energy is what the universe plays with. The universe is not here to get you your dream car. Cool, great. Like, I love driving the car that I love driving. You know what I mean? That's great. And like, we can and we will manifest material things. Absolutely. I have, I will, I am. Like, we still love material things. We live in a material world. But like, what's the energy behind it, right? Like, is that new car that you want not just for the sake of like, oh, I want it because like I'm gonna look cool and then that improves my status or whatever that subconscious thought patterning is. It's like, why do I want this new car? Well, this new car would be reliable, which means I would be able to pick up my niece more from school, and or I'd have a reliable car that I can lend to a friend, or I would have a dealership that I trust. So anytime anything goes wrong with the car, I'm able to bring it there. And it's, you know, maybe there's a specific person that you like working with, or I don't know, like literally it's like you're peeling back the meaning behind why you want what you want. And if you're trying to peel it back and you're kind of getting to like nothing, and there's no substance to how it's going to improve your life, improve the lives around you, and improve the world at large, then it's not really something that is really going to help or is really going to like benefit your reality. So like that's an important intention to come from. It's like, how does me having the thing that I want affect, like, what's the ripple effect? What's the ripple effect? And sometimes even the ripple effect, like the love of my life. Well, like I, again, perceive that I will be happier, and a different version of me, I'll be able to access a different version of me that I'm not able to access on my own. And like where's the substance, right? Like, so okay, so how does that help the people around me? Well, that's going to help me in my own growth, right? And me in my own like personal journey. It's going to make me a better wife or daughter or sister or auntie or friend or leader, or like whatever, like really dissect like what's the substance behind what you want, what's the substance behind the reality that you would be living in, right? Like, what is the reality of that you would be living in when you have this desire, and how does it benefit everybody around you and the world at large? Like, that is really important, because that's where like the universe kind of wakes up and is like, what'd you say? What'd you say? Oh, okay. You want that for that reason? All right, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. So also this helps you get in the vibe, right? This helps like your energy shift to the awareness of a broader scope of why you want what you want, for more than just like selfish reasons, right? And don't get me wrong, like, be selfish. I love being selfish. Like, find ways for yourself to be selfish. It's a great thing that you absolutely should be doing, and it's for sure going to be a chapter in my book, because selfishness is not a bad thing. I have no idea where it got a bad connotation. Like, you're the only one on your journey, so like, be selfish about it. You know what I mean? I digress. But when you're like creating more life into your desires, it's helping you to feel more into the realness of like the possibility and the version of you that exists when you have that thing, right? So it's like you get more into the vibe of like, well, this is how all the people around me would be benefiting. So then this is what like my world would look like with all the people around me benefiting. And then this is what the collective, how they would benefit from me having this thing. And this is how like the world at large would shift, because I'm differently shifting, and I'm now a different version of myself who has this thing. So you get the gist. I'm not gonna, we're already at 57 minutes, so I want to get you breathing. Where are we at? Why do I want what I want? Why do I want what I want? Number 2. Okay, so number 3, which I guess I already said, how will I feel when I have it? How will I feel when I have it? Third question to ask yourself: how will I feel when I have it? How will I feel when I have it? And again, that's layered into the like, why do I want it, right? Because like, we have this perception that like, well, money is going to make me feel, more money would make me feel a certain way, or you know, whatever. I already went through it, so you get the gist. But that's number 3. How will I feel when I have it? And it's like, you're probably seeing how things are like laying out. It's like the what, the why, the how, right? So how will I feel when I have it? Number 4, I'm just going to run through the questions real quick in case you haven't gotten them all. Number 1, what do I desire most in this moment? Number 2, why do I want it? Number 3, how will I feel when I have it? Number 4, the version of me. Oh no, wait, sorry. If I knew it already happened, I would. If I knew it already happened, I would. Again, well, if I knew it already happened, I would. If I knew it already happened, I would. So, what would you be doing differently if you knew the thing that you want already happened? What would you be doing differently? Because I can guarantee you'd be doing something different. You'd be doing something different, right? So, what would you be doing differently if you knew what you wanted is already yours? Because here's the thing, it is, and you can relax into that knowing. And the next question, which we're going to get into, is what would change if I wasn't concerned with the how? What would change if I wasn't concerned with the how? So the 4th question is, if I knew it already happened, I would. If I knew it already happened, I would. So you already know it's happening. Like, you already know it's meant for you. You already know it's yours. So how are you moving differently now that you know it's true? It's already written. It's in your timeline. It's going to happen. It's up to you when to make it happen, right? Or I'm sorry, it's not up to you when to make it happen. It's up to you to align to it. The when is irrelevant just as much as the how. Um, and then the fifth question, if I wasn't concerned with the how, I would. What would you do differently? What would I do differently if I wasn't concerned with the how? This is where we get hung up. This is where we get hung up in manifestation all the time. I do it. Multiple people do it. Like, this is where you get hung up because we're so human and it's so easy to be human in this world. And we get stuck on, well, how do I make this happen? How do I create this? How do I make more money? How do I? Like, the how is so irrelevant. It's not even funny because all it is aligning your energy. And when you do align your energy, like, the how just like works itself out. The universe is doing the how. Let the universe do the how. Like, the only how that you need to worry about is aligning to that version of yourself. Well, how do I do that? Well, we're going to friggin' do that today. You shift your nervous system. You feel safe in your body. You don't get triggered when you think about your desires. Like, these are all the hows, right? But the actual how, like the actual like strategy or step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, no, 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 no. Like, the universe is taking care of the how. Let the universe take care of the how. When I wanted to leave my corporate job, okay, I was in corporate America for 12 years. I was a sales executive. And like I said, I loved it at a time. I was really good at it. And I enjoyed it. And I like enjoyed the job and the clients and the people. Like, I actually enjoyed what I was doing. But over the years, and because it's corporate and over time, like, it just became such a toxic environment, and I changed, and it just wasn't aligned with who I was anymore. And it wasn't aligned with the way that I wanted to be spending my time or spending my life. Like, 2020 hit, and I had already been at like my wits end of working in an office. So then I stayed in corporate for 2 more years because then I was working from home, and I was like, okay, well, this is what I wanted. I wanted to work from home. I want to be a digital nomad. I want to be able to travel. Da 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 da. Um, and which I was, and which I did, and which I did manifest. I had a remote job, and I traveled the world, and I was in Switzerland and Italy, and I was working while I was living there, and like all the things. So like, I did create that, and it was still great. Again, loved it while I had it. But then it was like, oh, okay, well, I'm still in corporate and I don't like this energy and I don't want to be in it. So like, how do I get out of it? And I was so stuck on the how. I was so stuck on the how. Like, well, how? And what do I do? And I gotta make money in order to leave. Because I need to have money prepared and saved, and like, well, what am I going to do, and how am I going to make money after the fact, and all the fucking things, all the things. I was so concerned about the how, and I was so worried about like what it would look like. I was trying to see the end result while like energetically like not believing it. Like, I was trying to see like, what is the end, like how do I get there, but like internally I like didn't believe it was possible. I was like consciously saying it was possible, but I was also around a bunch of people who didn't think what I wanted was possible, and I didn't really have much evidence around me to showcase what I wanted was possible. All these things are important, right? And so I was just like spiraling into the how. And I'll never forget this day. It was like the end of December, and I was in my house in my meditation room, and I just like kind of gave up. And I was like, all right, like, fuck it. I guess I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing, knowing that I want different. But because I don't know how, and I was like struggling with it for like 6 months, I just kind of like gave up, and I was like, all right, I don't care about the how. Like, I settled into not being afraid of the outcome being exactly what I wanted it to be. And I remember the exact energetic shift where I just kind of was like, it's okay. Like, it'll be okay. If it doesn't work out the way that I want it to work out, like, it's somehow going to work out and it'll be okay. And it was after a moment of practicing breath work. And I just like, something in my consciousness just shifted and was like, instead of like thinking myself into believing that it was okay, and I wasn't just like telling myself like it's okay, but like feeling like it's not okay, it's not okay, it's not okay. Like I shifted something within my body and it like clunked in, like it grew into my cells and was like, you're going to be okay. Like you're going to be okay. So let it be okay. And a month later, I think like 6 weeks later, I was laid off and I was let go. And I was like, oh, this is not the how at all. Like that was not the how that I wanted. I let go too much. I let go too much. Um, that lasted for 24 hours. And then I woke up the next day and was like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. This is actually everything I've been asking for. And like, I didn't have to make the decision to do it. Like, I was kind of getting to the point where I was starting to feel like, oh, I would never actually probably make the decision to do it because it was such a scary, life changing decision that I'm actually happy that the universe just made the decision for me and was like, actually, no, you, girl, you wanted out of corporate America, you out, okay? And I was like, oh, okay. So this is the how. And again, it was like initially an uncomfortable way about it, but like it's always working out best case scenario. So like don't worry about the how, just worry about energetically aligning to what it is that you want. Like I did not give up on the fact that I wanted to leave corporate, but I like was just lost in the sauce of like what the how would be. So I kind of just gave up on the how. Like I gave up on trying to think about like, well, what do I need to do? If I do this, it'll lead to this. And then if I do this, it'll lead to this. And then this will happen. And then this will happen. And then it'll all fall into place. Like, that's not how things work. And it's definitely not how that worked. So let go of the how. Like the how does not matter. Like universe is gonna take care of the how. Again, it's not might not be the pathway that you want it to be, but that's kind of the point. You have to detach Aquarius energy. You have to detach from the how. Like you have to detach from the how. And that energetic shift that I had in my body is the state that you want to get to, and something that we're going to do today to release that need for how. So, where was that? Question number 5. If I wasn't concerned with the how, I would. If I wasn't concerned with how, I would. What would I do differently if I wasn't concerned with the how? Sorry, I'm rewording this like different ways, but you can figure it out and write it the way that you want to write it. But basically, you're asking yourself, what would I do differently if I wasn't concerned with the how? Going back to my former 2 year ago self that was sitting in her meditation room, like on her knees, kind of just praying to God of like, what do I do? And having that energetic shift of letting go of the how. Like in that moment, like so much would have changed if I wasn't concerned with the how, which is why time collapsed and 6 weeks later, I was out of corporate. But like prior to that, if I hadn't been concerned with the how, I wouldn't have spent hours of worrying. I wouldn't have been so rigid in the way that things needed to go and the way that things needed to pan out, right? Like I was like, well, I need this much in savings. I have to have my book written. I have to have this established, like blah, blah, blah. It was like all these things that I was like so particular about. And I was like holding them so tight. I was white knuckling, like, this is what needs to be done. And like, this is the A to get me to B. And then like I want C, which is out of corporate America. So like A, I gotta do A, and then I gotta do B, and then that's gonna lead to C. I wouldn't have been so I was like squeezing the life out of my manifestation. I was squeezing the life out of the desire. Like I wasn't giving room for the universe to come in and help. I was just like, no, it has to be done this way. I must do it this way because this is the way that's going to make me feel comfortable. And this is the way that I'm okay with. And like the universe, like my guides were like, bitch, first of all, shut up. Like you've been through everything and anything, like you can handle being let go. So like relax. And at the time, I didn't know that that was what was going to happen. But like my guys were cracking up. Like, I mean, they got jokes. They got jokes. I'm really sarcastic and hilarious. And therefore, so is my favorite team. So like sometimes I'm like, yo, can we stop joking now? It's ain't funny. It's my life. And then sometimes it's like, all right, I get it. You have my sense of humor. I appreciate you. Also, now I see why people get annoyed with me. But neither here nor there. I wasted so much time worrying. I wasted so much time stressing and clenching and like in frustration and worry. Like, you know, that feeling. Like, worrying is such a shitty feeling. And I also could have collapsed time a lot quicker had I overcome that need for the how, right? I was holding on to it so much. So this is where we are getting to my favorite part, which is the releasing, and we're gonna do some breath work now. We've already been going for an hour and a half. So I don't want to keep you too much longer just because, you know, it gets a little redundant. But I do want to take you into a little bit of a practice that we're going to do to help you release. So let's do that now, which is also leading to our sixth question. Or this is not so much a question. This is more of an I statement. I release. And then first thing that comes into awareness, that's what you're releasing. Okay. So I release. And you just are asking yourself this. And anytime that you're sitting down to do this practice, whether it's right this second in this moment, whether it's later tonight, whether it's before the 12th or 7 months from now, whatever first pops into your awareness, because your higher self knows, your subconscious knows. So like, trust that. You've got to lean into the trust that your higher self, that your subconscious knows what the fuck she's talking about. So just let it, like, what the first thing that comes to your mind. And if nothing comes to mind, like, then just like, I mean, I find it hard to believe like nothing would come to your mind when you're asking yourself, I release. And after all these other 5 journal prompts that you've already done beforehand, like you're already in the vibes, like something's going to come up. But if nothing comes up, just like release a thought, release a continued thought that you're having in your head that needs to go. Like, I'm not even going to give you another option, because you have something in you that needs to be released, and you just need to listen. You just need to listen. You need to stop questioning and fighting with what's going on in your head, because that's your higher self. Like, can you just let this go? Thank you. So again, we're in the moment of detaching. We don't want to be so attached to, well, I don't know. There is nothing for me to release. I don't know what to release. What do I release? You release that. You release the freaking need to know. I release the need to know. Duh. Okay, let's go. You know what I mean? Like, whatever, like, you are already feeling what needs to be released. Like, our subconscious is so loud sometimes that it's like, okay, let it go. All right, well, now let's get into a little breath practice. That was our 6th prompt. I have 2 more after this, because 8, Lionsgate, yes. And then, yeah, let's get into a little bit of a release. So this is the, I also, hats off to me, for this breath work that we're going to do today. This is going to be all about releasing, right? I was going to go into a, light code activation for, embodying the version of you. But I think that's going to have to be another day, because that would be a much longer breath work, and we've already been here for a little while. So we are going to just go into a release breath work, which is honestly the most important one that I wanted to get to today anyway, because like I said, that's the energy of right now. And in order for you to create and to manifest, you have to release what is stopping you. Like, that's the block. The block is the limiting beliefs, the need to stay attached to your idea of whatever the outcome is, the subconscious thoughts that you keep having that are keeping you in a loop. Like, that is what is important, because if you still have all of this and you haven't released any of it, you're not going to embody the next level version of yourself that has what she's desiring. And so it doesn't matter how many things you write down in a journal on the Lionsgate portal if you're still clogged up. Like your energetic hose needs to be unkinked, because that's the truth and the reality of how your like creator is changing. Like you are creating everything in every moment and clearing what is keeping you from creating your desired reality. That's like, I mean, it's obvious. It's step one. Like the stuff's got to go, and if it's not going, you're just going to keep being where you are. So let's get into it. The breath that I have for this particular release practice that we're going to do is the breath of fire, obviously, which is aligned with Leo and our Lionsgate portal. So it's perfect. For this breath, just like the universe does to us in our manifestations, it will feel uncomfortable. And that is the point. What I want you to do is get into the discomfort of it, like allow it to be uncomfortable, and just be aware of the thoughts that you're having right now. Be aware of your if you've never done breath of fire, if you have no idea what breath of fire is, you're maybe a little bit on the edge of your seat, like, ooh, I'm excited, or ooh, I'm a little nervous. What is this breath of fire? She said it's not going to be comfortable. What do you mean it's not going to be comfortable? I thought we're here for the vibes. Like, what do you mean? Girl, bear with me, okay? But the breath of fire that we're going to do today is very clearing. It's very releasing. It's something that you can do typically any time of day. However, it is like energy inducing. So I wouldn't recommend it close to bedtime. But like to each his own. Also, if you want to get yourself off of caffeine, this is an amazing practice to do in the morning, right when you wake up. You can even do it literally just for like a minute, and just like already notice the shifts. This is a very heart opening breath work. It is also, which is all of these things are great for the things that we're calling in today, for our manifestations. Like all of this is fantastic. Also, this is great for confidence. Hello, Leo energy. So it's like it's all in line with the energy of today's portal, and it is exactly what is going to help shift your subconscious. And that is why I want you to pay attention to what is going on in your thoughts, like what is happening as we're talking about this breath work. Start to settle into a seat. If you are comfortable in a chair, that's fine. You want a tall spine and you want to be sitting upright. So you don't want to be laying down for this practice. Whatever position you're comfortable in where you can have a tall spine. I'm sitting on a meditation cushion right now. And I'm going to be guiding you through the breath. So I'm not really going to do too much of the breath. I am a little bit. But I'm actually going to set a timer for us right now because I want to do it for 8 minutes. Or you know what? I don't know if I'm going to go for 8 minutes, but you can do 8 minutes on your own, whether it's right now or later. You can come back to this. I am going to guess a little song here. And I don't know if the song is going to be working. You can hear me great. Oh, actually, you know what? We'll do the song in a moment because really what we need is to, okay. So, sorry. Okay. So I wanted to explain the breath work to you first. It's breath of fire. Essentially, what you're doing is you're pumping your stomach. You're only going to be inhaling and exhaling through the nose, not the mouth at all. But you're actually not even going to be, I mean, obviously you're going to be inhaling because you're not going to die, but you don't want to force the inhale. It's going to be like essentially like you're panting like a dog through your nose, but you're like the lead is through the exhale. So it's pumping your stomach. So, and I hope you can hear me. And you want to increase the speed as much as you can and just keep with it. It is going to feel like you're struggling for breath and you're out of breath and you need to like take a minute and take a breath. If you have to, absolutely do that. But I encourage you to watch your body change your thoughts. Okay. Like that is my favorite part about breath work, any kind of breath work. Be aware of the thoughts that you're having right now, be aware of what's coming up, and then just notice how it changes. Notice how it changes throughout the breath work. Take note of how you feel and what you're thinking at the end of the practice. Like just notice how your thoughts change. Notice how you feel in your body changes. Take note right now of maybe like any tension that you have in your body anywhere. Maybe you've got like some stiff shoulders or like your neck's a little sore. Maybe your lower back is if you've been sitting down for a while. Like whatever, just wherever you are, just take some note, take a minute, close your eyes, and just become aware of your body, of your breath, of whatever thoughts that you're having. Again, if you're not having any thoughts, that's completely fine. A lot of times I do practices like this and the thoughts and all the things come up for me later. So just see what is coming up for you right now. Just sit into it, relax into, again, tall spine, comfortable seat. Um, and you've got the gist of the breath. So we are going to get started here in a second. Let me get some music going and let's hope that this is working because I can't hear since there is feedback if I turn my volume up. Let's see. Music going and let's hope that this is working because I can't hear since there is feedback if I turn my volume up. Let's see. Music going and let's hope that this is working because I can't hear since there is feedback if I turn my volume up. Let's see. Music going. Okay, I am going to trust that you can still hear me. I don't want you to open your eyes and get all uncomfortable, but if you're really struggling to hear me, do let me know in the chat. But I think we're okay. All right, so let's get started. I'm not gonna take you through 8 minutes because that might be a little excessive. I'm just gonna set a little timer though. All right, tall spine, sitting up straight. And whenever you're ready, just meet me at the bottom of your next exhale. Again, only inhaling and exhaling through the nose, starting the forced exhale whenever you're ready. And just start pumping your stomach. You can start at a more comfortable pace. Let yourself get used to the breath if it's something that you've never done before. Really focusing on your belly pumping in and out, keeping your tall spine, and really just focusing on the exhale. Good. Maybe picking up the pace here a little bit, trying it on, see if you can go a little bit faster. And just keep yourself breathing, pumping your stomach. And as you're picking up the speed here a little bit, start to bring into your awareness what you said you would release, what you wrote down, I release. And really kind of bring into your third eye what it is that you want to release. And as you're continuing with the breath, as you're continuing with the exhale and pumping your stomach, I want you to imagine what you're trying to release moving into your belly as you're pumping. And it's almost like as you're moving what you need to release, maybe it has a specific feeling, maybe it has a color, maybe it is taking on a different shape. And as you're continuing with the exhale, pumping your stomach, see if that maybe the color starts to change a little bit, maybe the shape of it starts to change a little bit. Like, how is what you want to release changing? And just allow the breath to morph what it is that you're releasing. Imagine your breath pumping almost like a bicycle pump. You're like expanding this thing that you need to release to the point that it's going to pop. And let it just take on like a life of its own. Really pumping, picking up the pace even further as what you're releasing is starting to morph. Good. Picking up the pace a little bit more now. And you can keep going. You are fine. Even if you're starting to feel a little lightheaded, you're sitting down. You are completely safe. Just let the breath move this energy through you. Keep breathing, keep going. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. It's okay to be uncomfortable. You can do hard things. You can do uncomfortable things. Just keep pumping, keep breathing. And as what you're releasing continues to take a new shape, maybe now it's expanded so far within you that it is ready to burst, ready to pop. And just let it pop, let it go. Like, let whatever it is, the thought that it is, the color that it is, the feeling that it is, let it morph and pop. And as you're continuing to pump, you're continuing to breathe, pick up the pace a little bit more. The more you exhale, the more you pump, you are squeezing this out of your system. You are squeezing this out of your body. Keep breathing, keep pumping, panting like a dog, but through your nose. Keep pumping, keep breathing. You got this. And imagine it releasing out your breath, out your nose. Your stomach has pumped this energy out of your system. Get all the last bits out of it. Get all the last bits of it out. Keep breathing. Pick up the pace here a little bit more. We're almost done. Yes, you can. Pick up the pace a little bit more. Keep going. Keep breathing. We're almost done. Yes, you can. Pick up the pace a little bit more. Keep going. Keep breathing. Good. Keep pumping. Keep breathing. Just let all the energy that needs to be released out of your system. Keep going. Keep breathing. Last push right here, picking up the pace as much as you can, giving it your best effort, the most that you've picked it up in this short amount of time right now. Pumping, 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 breathing, breathing, keep going, keep going, keep going. And let all of this energy out. Let it out, let it out, let it out, let it out. This is everything that can't come with you into your next level self. Everything that you need to be letting go of right now. Even if it's not in your awareness, you're letting go of whatever needs to be let go of in this moment right now. Keep pumping, keep breathing. You've got this. You are doing this. Keep going, keep going. A few more pumps here. Good. Good. And in 3, 2, 1, fully exhale, exhale everything out, exhale, 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 and hold at the bottom of the exhale. Hold at the bottom of your exhale. If you need to breathe before I give the cue, that's okay, but I am encouraging you, inviting you to hold a little bit longer than you are comfortable with. We are fighting through, we are moving through discomfort. We are clearing discomfort out of our bodies. Yes, you can. And we're going to be taking an inhale and 3, 2, 1. Big inhale, big inhale, big inhale. Hold at the top. And I want you to squeeze everything in your body. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Squeeze your arms, squeeze your fists, squeeze your nose, squeeze your face, squeeze your toes, squeeze your legs, squeeze, 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 everything. Squeeze your butt, squeeze your abs, every little part of you, your calves, your forehead, squeeze every inch of your body. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. If you have to let go before I give the cue, that's okay. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And in 3, 2, 1, let it all go. Nice audible exhale. Good, 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 good. And just let your breath return to normal. Let your body kind of move how it wants to. If you feel like laying down, go ahead. If you want to stand up, go ahead. Just let the energy move in your body, whatever way it wants to move. Don't force it. Just let it be. Taking note of whatever's coming into your awareness right now. Good. And just feeling the space in your body. Do you feel more spaciousness? Do you feel more clear? Do you feel more energetically aligned to what it is that you want? And again, if you're not even feeling anything, that's completely okay. A lot of times these feelings are going to come up later outside of this practice. That's often how it happens for me. Everybody's different. But just let your experience be whatever your experience is, because you get the experience that you need to have. It doesn't matter what anybody else feels or thinks or whatever. It only matters the experience that you're having right now. Good. And whenever you're ready, just coming back into the room, settling back into your body, opening your eyes whenever you're ready. And I'd love to hear in the chat how that went for you. If you are ready to be typing, if not, that's okay. We did actually wind up going for 8 minutes, so yay. Good job. That definitely is a difficult practice to keep pushing through. And this is a practice, again, that you can do at any time. You can do it for a minute. You can do it for 20 minutes. You can make it your own. But it's the pumping of the stomach and the exhale that is shifting your nervous system energetically. It's actually creating an environment in your body that's inducing a little bit of stress so that it helps you be able to handle stress in other environments. So it's very similar, like it's like working out your nervous system, right? So it's very similar to lifting weights, right? Like it's difficult and it's hard, and your muscles are sore and they hurt. You're basically like breaking down. I mean, that is essentially what weightlifting is. You are breaking down the muscle so that it can grow. That's exactly what you're doing in practices like this that stretch your nervous system into more of a sympathetic state, which is more like stress inducing. You're in a controlled environment of stress is creating more capacity in your nervous system to be able to hold more, which is a huge necessary thing when you want to create a life with overflow. If you want to be overflowing in abundance and overflowing with joy and overflowing with love, like if you want to be in overflow, in excess of these things, you have to be able to energetically hold more, because if you could energetically hold more, then you would have more. So what you're doing is you're working out your system, you're creating a more capacity, a larger environment for these things to come in for you, while you're also able to then better manage the things that aren't serving you. So instead of in a moment where you would normally be triggered and you would normally get really frustrated, your system remains calm and even and neutral. Where in a past version of you, you would get really triggered, you'd be frustrated again, thoughts, emotions, actions, and maybe that frustration would lead to, oh, well, I'm not going to work out today because like, oh, whatever, I'm frustrated and I'm just going to like order some food and like whatever. Well, that thought and that emotion led to the action that is not getting you closer to your goal if you're trying to lose weight and reshape your body, right? Like you're not getting to that goal when you take an action that's not aligned with that goal, and that emotion caused you to take an action out of alignment with the goal. Now, can you obviously take actions out of alignment with the goal? Yeah, but again, the universe is black and white. Like you're either aligned or you're not. So you're either like, you want to lose weight, you're either aligned with that or you're not. Like you're either eating the cookie or you're not. Like it's black and white. Like there is no in between. That doesn't mean that you can't never do certain things that are out of alignment. It just means that you're either choosing and doing the actions that are creating the reality that you want, or you're not. And when you aren't easily triggered, where a thought of a frustration, oops, I'm triggered, I'm frustrated, like now I don't have time to cook dinner, I'm just going to order out, which I know isn't online with my plan and it's not going to get me to my goal. But it's easier for you to fall into that, to fall out of alignment, because your nervous system isn't prepared to hold that frustration. So you get triggered and you're like, the emotion, all right, I'm just going to do this action, it's not in alignment, whatever. But when you have more energetic capacity to hold that frustration, to hold thoughts that you don't want to be having, then your emotions aren't triggering your actions into misalignment. Your emotions are still triggering your actions into alignment. So it's like you can still have that frustration, you can still have that trigger, you can still have that emotional reaction, but now you're able to hold that so it doesn't feel as triggering. It's not, it doesn't you're not thrown off track. You're not easily thrown off track. You're not easily derailed, because you are making the aligned choices, and you don't have an energetic charge anymore around what would have knocked you off course before, right? So it's easier for you to stay on course, stay in alignment, create what you want. Love that. Okay, so last two journal prompts that I want to get to you before we end our call here today, which is going to be like in 5 minutes. I am so grateful for. I am so grateful for, because we know gratitude, desire, peanut butter and jelly, they go hand in hand. So you have to be in the energy of gratitude because you do not want to desire from lack. You are desiring from a place of, I already have so much and I'm so grateful. And this is what I'm grateful for. Now, typically when I'm doing this journal practice, I will just like let my hand write whatever I'm grateful for. Like I'm just going. I can write pages and pages and pages of all the things I'm grateful for. And a lot, and I keep repeating things. Like it's not like, there's no specific way to be doing it. However, if you want to be focused on one specific thing or something specific that you're trying to call in during this Lionsgate portal, I would align your gratitude for like what aligns with what you want, right? So let's say for easy sake of conversation, you want to manifest more money. Okay, great. So I'm manifesting $50,000. Fantastic. But I'm grateful for, and then you are layering out all the things that you are grateful for that you already have financially. I am so grateful for the income that I have that pays for the beautiful home that I have. I'm so grateful for every time I go into my bank account, I know that I have money in there. Like, regardless of the fact that when you open your bank account, maybe you're triggered because you're like, oh my God, I don't have enough money. I want more. Remember, we're not coming from a place of lack. You're not manifesting from a place of lack. I mean, you technically are, but it's not what you want. So you want to get out of that mentality. So what are we grateful for? Oh, I'm so grateful for every time I go into my bank account and I see my rent has already been taken out. Like, I am so grateful for the ability to be able to pay this rent. I am so grateful for the ability to be able to pay for my electricity. I'm so grateful for the ability to, like, whatever. And then, like, again, you can even layer in the same way that you do the why, like, not grateful as far as like, excuse me, it's like a multi-tiered approach similar to the why, where you're grateful for things of the past. I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for the things that have already happened. I'm grateful for the money that I've already made. I'm grateful for, right? Like, especially if you're trying to increase your income, like, I'm grateful for the fact that I've already made $10,000 a month. And now I'm grateful for the fact now, and then it's a present, right? So like, what are we grateful for right now? In the past, that's what I'm grateful for. I'm grateful for all of the money that I've made in the past. I'm grateful for the 6-figure month that I had that time. I'm grateful for blah, 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 all the past things that you're grateful for. And then bring it into the present. I am grateful for all the money that I have right now. I'm grateful, but get specific. Like, I'm just giving you examples as I'm just like riffing off here, but like, get specific. Like, what, like, in every aspect of all of these journal prompts, you want to be super, super specific. But especially too with the gratitude, like, get specific. What am I grateful for right now? Like, if it ties into money, again, you can just like off the cuff talk about anything, because the energy of gratitude is the energy of gratitude. It doesn't matter if you're grateful for money and you're manifesting money, or if you're grateful for the incredible love that you have in your life but you're still manifesting money. Like, it doesn't matter, because the energy of gratitude is a frequency, and we're trying to get into the frequency, which is what we just did. We just shifted your energetic capacity into a new frequency, right? Even though it was like 8 minutes, you have dialed into a new frequency right now. And you can turn back to that breath at any point in time to dial into that new frequency. It's that frequency releasing whatever is keeping you stuck. So you feeling like the kink in the energetic hose is now unkinked. Everything's flowing, energy's flowing, the water's flowing, things are going great. So again, gratitude for right now. What are we grateful for right now? And then future tense. What are we grateful for in the future? And when you're talking about what you're grateful for in the future, you're going to use present tense or past tense. Confusing, I know. But here's the catch, or the gist, or whatever. I don't know what I'm looking for. You don't want to be, if you're great. So, okay, back it up. You want to use future tense, right? What you're manifesting, what you're desiring. $50,000. Great. I am desiring, or I'm sorry, I'm grateful for the $50,000 month, year, whatever. I'm grateful for the $50,000 that I had. Now, again, it's what you want in the future, right? You haven't aligned to it yet. It's in the future, but you're writing it out as if it's already happened. Like you already did your gratitude for the past, for the truth, right? And the past, present, but now future. But when you're writing the future, you're writing it as if it has already happened. So it's either I am grateful for this $10,000 month, not like I'm grateful for the, like, you basically, I can't think of an example of how to say it, but you don't want to be saying something. I'm grateful that I am going to meet the love of my life. So if you are in the energy of, I'm grateful that I'm going to meet the love of my life, I'm grateful that I'm going to meet the love of my life, because it's in the future, right? Like, it's not here yet. I'm grateful that I'm going to meet the man of my dreams. I'm grateful that I'm going to meet the love of my life. You are consistently keeping yourself in the energy of, I'm going to meet the love of my life, which means you're always going. You're always going there. You're always going there. You're never going to arrive there because you're in the energy of, I'm going to meet him. I'm going to meet him. Like, no, you met him. You have met him. You already did meet him. It has already happened. It is already written in the timeline. So if you keep yourself in the energy of, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming, it's always going to just be coming, 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 and not arrive. So that is a huge key factor of an energy baseline for manifestation. And that's another thing that is very missed in manifestation teachings. You want to be always thinking either present or past tense, because future tense keeps the thing in the future. And that's not what we want. Like, we are collapsing time. We want it now. And in like non-human talk, time doesn't exist in the way that humans believe it to believe. Like, nothing's linear. It doesn't, there's not like first one comes, then two comes, then three comes, then four comes. In our human world, yeah, but that's not the truth of the universe, and that's not how time works. Everything is happening all at once, all at the same time. All timelines coexist at once. So there already is a version of you out there that has met the love of your life. What we're doing is we are attaching you to her. We are bringing her to the now. We are bringing her into the now. We don't want her to stay in the future, because the future is where you are not. Like, you are in the now. So we want to bring her to the now. So again, I am grateful for, but you want to say what you're grateful for in the past, what you're grateful for in the present, what you're grateful for in the future, what you don't yet have, but you are writing it and you are energetically aligning to it, have already happening. So you know it hasn't happened yet, okay? Like, you and I, like, we know you don't have the love of your life yet. You haven't met him yet. We know that. However, the version of you that has met him exists and already has. So the future you is grateful for meeting him, but you're grateful that you've already met him. You're great. I'm so grateful that I met the love of my life, and we are so head over heels in love. And oh my God, we're gonna get engaged in like 2 months. I'm so excited. Except not going to, because again, whatever, you get the gist. I'm not gonna hammer that home. Or I basically already did hammer that home. Okay, last one, final journal, prompt to prompt. I am. These are affirmations, but I don't like the way other people do affirmations. Okay. Because a lot of times they're like actually not even affirmations. Like, really, an affirmation is like I am statements, right? Like, I like, again, like, I affirmations, like, I want to be more powerful. Fantastic. So you're just affirming that you have that desire. Great. No, I am powerful. I am worthy. I am lovable. I am confident. I am courageous. Whatever. Like, but affirm it around staying in line with whatever that desire was. Again, you don't have to do that. Affirmations are great in any sense, and you can still tap into the energy of I ams regardless. But if you want to use the energy of whatever it is that you're trying to desire within this time frame, or within this portal, and what you're focusing on now, pull it back to like, what affirmations support the desire. So if you want to meet the love of your life, what affirmations support that, right? If you want to make more money, what affirmations support that? I am wealthy. I am uh paid. Let's think of a way of like people love to pay me. I am always receiving money. I am making money in my sleep. I am a magnet for wealth. I am financially abundant. I am blah 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 blah. Like you get it. So you like I am statements are so much more powerful than an affirmation that I can't even think of an example because I'm so used to writing my affirmations and I am statements that I can't even think of an example of like what would be a different type of affirmation. But I know they're out there. So I am statements. Okay. That is the 8. Oh my God, 111 minutes we have been on this call. That feels really just divinely orchestrated. And that is where I'm going to leave you today. So thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for being here. It has been incredible to spend this time with you. I hope that you really maybe felt a little bit uncomfortable during that breath, but like see yourself on the other side of it now. Come back to it whenever you want. You can obviously come back to this recording, but you can also just the breath now, just like run with it. Do it whenever you want, whenever you feel a moment that you need to release something. If something triggering comes up and you're like, I don't want to be triggered right now, boom, breath of fire. If you need a moment of focus and attention and you need some energy, boom, breath of fire. Like tap into this breath. It's uncomfortable. You can do it for a minute, you can do it for 5 minutes, you can do it for 20 minutes. Like literally, it is an incredible practice to always have in your tool belt to lean back on. So I'm glad that you have that here. You've got your 8 Lionsgate manifestation portal journal prompts, which I'm so excited for you. And if I'm able to, I will write them somewhere on the replay of this video if I can figure out how to do that. Yeah, I'm just making sure that we got all of these things out today. We did. Okay. All right. I hope that you have a fantastic rest of your Lionsgate day and through the 12th, whenever that is, Monday or Tuesday. And yeah, I hope that you really enjoyed this practice today. And I would love to hear if you are watching the recording and you're not on the live right now. Please comment below. I'd love to come back and say hi to you and see how this day, this week, this portal has gone. I know it's going to be great. We're going to prosper. We're going to thrive. The most important thing is releasing what is keeping us blocked and letting all that go and stepping into this next version of yourself, which you are not able to do with all the stuff that's weighing you down. So I'm so happy whether you showed up today, whether you show up before the 12th, or whether you show up 6 months from now and you see this recording. Please comment. Let me know. I'd love to come back and say hi to you and get in the vibes with you all over again. It has been fantastic. What an honor. I will see you again soon. Happy Lionsgate. Happy manifest.